Melanin Queens, it's Chef Nekisha. And as we take time to reflect, reset, and recalibrate, I can't help but to remember the special time shared with family at the dinner table. As a first-generation American, I can so vividly remember the vibrant island flavors of Jamaica that still captivate my heart till today. These special dishes were created by my great-grandmother, Sis, and my mom, which I've passed down to my children as well. As we prepare to join Melanin Masterclass with Miss Dominique Broadway, let's set the table. Join me in the kitchen for a quick and easy, authentic Jamaican meal. Listen up, ladies. Grab your passports and your boarding passes because we're about to take a trip to Kingston, Jamaica. Hey ladies, I hope you had a great flight in. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. So today we are going to be making my family's favorite #1 dish of all time, and that is our Jamaican curry chicken. So listen up, if you don't do poultry, don't worry. You could still use some other substitutes, like we've got some chickpeas here today. You can use chickpeas, or you could either use like tofu, or we've got shrimp. So there are some other alternatives that you can use. Just make sure that you properly soak and boil your chickpeas to make sure they're nice and tender prior to getting started with this dish. All right, so I have about 2 pounds of chicken thighs here in this bowl, and they are chopped in about 2-inch little portions. And let's see, so for our seasonings, what we'll need is we're gonna need some curry powder, which I prefer the Blue Mountain curry. That's my favorite go-to curry, but you can use any other variation. Let's see what else. We've got some black pepper, we've got some seasoned salt. You can definitely swap that out for some kosher salt or a different salt as well. We've got some garlic powder. I've also have some slices of habanero peppers in there. So in Jamaica, we use Scotch bonnet, but sometimes it can be a little bit challenging to find. So you can swap it out and use habanero. And then we also have some fresh thyme. And yummy, yummy, some onions. And this is the key to my mom's curry chicken sauce. Anybody that knows me and that cooks curry chicken knows that you have to have the onion in there. That's what gives it that extra flavor and that extra yummy, zesty, savory taste. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and put in my seasoning mix, sprinkle that all in there. All right, then we've got our thyme here. Put a little bit in there, sprinkle it in there. All right, then we've got our onions. Now, I don't measure anything, however, for this class, I will be sharing all of the measurements, so you can find that down in the comments below, and that will tell you all of the measurements that we're using today, that I'm using today. All right, so we're just gonna mix that all in there really good. All right. So you can actually put this in the fridge and let it marinate for about 20 minutes, but if you don't have time, don't worry. Because one thing with stewed chicken is as it's cooking, it's going to definitely soak up all of those flavors in the meat. And like I said earlier, I'm using chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast. However, just from my own personal experience, thighs are the way to go, or dark meat period, because it definitely holds the flavoring much better when you're stewing. Now it's ready to start cooking. So just one other thing too, make sure you have about 2 potatoes off to the side, dice them up nice and neat, put them on the side. You'll need those for the last 15 minutes of cooking. All right, so meet me at the stove. All right, so we're ready to get this chicken started. So for savory dishes, I love to use the extra virgin olive oil. It's very good with high temperatures, and it's healthy too. It's like liquid gold, so you don't have to feel guilty about using it. All right, so we're gonna put just a little bit in the pan here. I'd say it's about 1/4 cup of olive oil. Then I'm gonna take our curry chicken mixed, pour it in the pan, and it's about at a medium heat. Got it going at about a medium. All right. Now, if you've ever seen me cook curry chicken before, you know I don't waste anything. So there's still seasoning at the bottom of this bowl. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about a 1/2 cup of water and pour it down there and get all that yummy seasoning out the bowl, right? You can't tell me this is not quick and easy. Then we're gonna pour it in there, just like that. So next what we're gonna do is we are going to add a lid on. Put this on the stove for about 20 minutes. Once the 20-minute time frame is over, you wanna take those white potatoes, you wanna put them in there and then let it cook for another 15 minutes. And then your curry chicken is ready. Yes, it was that simple and that easy. A few simple ingredients, a few nice touches, and it is ready to go. All right, so before we go, I wanna also show you really quick how we make our cabbage. I know everyone loves that good old steamed cabbage with the carrots in it. So easy. I do my cabbage a little different. My mom actually uses butter in hers. I prefer to use my extra virgin olive oil. So I've done a little twist to the, family recipe. But it's very simple. A little olive oil at the bottom. I've got some shredded cabbage and some carrots. I didn't have time to sit down and shred all of this, so I actually took a little shortcut and I bought the coleslaw mix at Harris Teeter. But inside it is still like a full head of cabbage and you've got the carrots in there too. So it's definitely a time saver. So you want to dump that all in there. All right. Then we've got some onions. Drop some onions in there. Then I also made a little season mix here. So I've got some kosher salt, I've got some black pepper, some garlic, and some onion powder. Sprinkle that in there. To add just a little water. My mom says that cabbage always springs its own water, so you don't want to drown it out. We're not boiling it. So we're just gonna add a little water. I'd say it's about a half a cup of water should do you just fine. You wanna pour that in there. Takes no more than about 15 minutes to steam. All right, so we've got our curry chicken going, we've got our cabbage steaming, and then I also have some steamed rice on the side too. I prefer to use jasmine rice, but use any kind of white rice that you like. All right, ladies, so I hope you enjoyed today's very short, quick, but easy cooking segment. So here's the final product. So we have our Jamaican curry chicken there with potatoes. Then on this side, we have our curry shrimp. We have some steamed rice and some cabbage. Then we have our lovely chickpeas right here. So let's dig on in, enjoy. I look forward to engaging with each and every one of you online. Stay connected. You can find us on Instagram at Royal Ackee. That's Royal A-C-K-E-E. And I look forward to hanging out with you all on May 1st at the Melanin Masterclass. I'll see you all real soon.